guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Happy to have you here. It is me, your faithful host, Ash, with the biggest forehead in all of YouTube gaming. We are ready to go at it here with some Sacred Shard pulls. In today's video, we have this very compelling 10-time companion champion event and a guaranteed legendary event going on this weekend. So out of the Sacred Shard...
You went behind my back.
I snuck one in, by the way, off camera. My bad. We're going to open at least 14 Sacred Shards in today's video and get our hands on Nemko Thaar. What do we get along the way? And then we'll talk about this champion towards the end of the video. That's going to be the question of today's video. Now, it bears mentioning here as a disclaimer for you guys, especially new players, when you see these events, these guaranteed legendary events, right? Nemko Thaar, really cool champion, by the way. I'm excited to get him. However, you should know going into any of these events, even if you're close to your mercy, it's very, like 99.9% unlikely that you're going to pull these champions before the 15th shard or before the 150th ancient shard if they do it kind of on the ancient shard circuit. So just be aware of that. We have a far greater chance of pulling somebody like, well, a Rhodos who's on a 10 times chance out of Sacred Shards right now versus him before the 15th shard, right? There's no extra chance to pull this champion. So just know going into these events that you're going to have to be prepared to pull every single one of these 15 or 150 ancient or sacred shards, okay? Other than that, the other disclaimer is a pretty obvious one as well, but these 10-time champions, as compelling as they are, Sivy the Lost Bride and Rotos, it is far from a guarantee. There's so many legendary champions in this game right now. It's far from a guarantee that you're actually going to get these champions if you do even pull a legendary. I've shown so many times here on the channel that it's happened to me. It's happened to me a lot. It can happen to you, okay?
You can have this.
So let's go ahead and start pulling here. $100 to the Ark. Very close charity to me for every legendary that we pull. The Ark is an organization that helps provide individuals and their families with intellectual and developmental disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, etc., with resources that they may really need. It's a very important organization. So Kenichi, pretty cool champion, I want to say, right? An AoE leech on a 4-turn, which was a 3-turn cooldown, but then she has Ally Protect on a 3-turn cooldown with this champion's turn meter fill. I just worry that she's a little bit too squishy, I think. She's a defense-based champion. She has the weaken. Not a bad champ. Not a bad champ. Not my favorite ally protector in the game, let's say that, but not bad either. Now, talking about favorites, Venom Mage is amazing. You guys are probably sick of hearing it by now, right? Has the damage mitigation under heal reduction on the passive, fantastic AoE heal reduction, 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, decreased defense, decreased attack if they're under poison on the A2, makes her great for clan boss, and then of course we have the instant activation of poisons on the A1. I lean so heavily on Venom Mage lately on my Nether Spider team. Just what a great champion. Blood Feather, nah. Anybody like Blood Feather out there? Any Blood Feather fans? All right, so we're really hoping, by the way, Baroth the Blood... I got a little story about Baroth, the Blood-Soaked. We're really hoping for Rhodos, really. That's what I really want, you know? I mean, granted, I want other champions more, but, you know, with the 10-time, I would love to empower Rhodos. He's just one of the more powerful champions, and he's my main arena nuker. So that's what we're hoping for before Nemko Thaar. Baroth the Blood-Soaked, this is a guy that, like, not a lot of people really liked that much, but I really kind of have a thing for this champion, right? He has like the first hit does something, the second hit does something else, right? So he has champion turn meter fill on the A1, second hit decreasing turn meter on the second hit, excuse me, on the A2. First hit is a shield on all allies, 25% of the damage inflicted. Second hit heals all allies by 10% of the damage inflicted. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. That's a pretty nice shield and a heal on a 3-turn cooldown. And then on the A3, it's the same thing. Attacks an enemy 2 times. First hit, decrease attack. Second hit, decrease defense. And a chance of removing any increased defense. Granted, single target, but again, I kind of like that utility that he brings to the table, you know, for Faction Wars or for the Doom Tower Secret Room. Okay, Andolph. Andolph is a kind of an interesting champion. What does he have? An AoE weaken. Has a chance of placing fear debuff. Okay. I mean... 40% chance of fear in a big version of weekend. Not too bad on 3-turn cooldown. Then a provoke on the A1. I would just say average-ish. Maybe a little bit better. Lady Atessa got a buff. But boy, is it an underwhelming buff, right? I think that they should just take this Fiend Purge. If they want to buffer, make her go from one of the least compelling. There's a couple, like, I forgot their names. But there's a couple common or uncommon, I think uncommon, who are they? Now it's going to bother me. Ally Protect champions in the game, and I think they're in Sacred Order, is that correct? No, I think they're in Bannerlords, right? Bannerlords, where are these guys? Okay, this might be, maybe it is Sacred Order. Maybe it is Sacred Order. Crusader, here's one of them, right? Ally attack with one random ally. It's on a 2-turn cooldown at least, right? But Lady of Tesla, they need to increase the number and Sergeant's the same thing, by the way. Sergeant, the same exact kit and the same exact stats. Like, we needed 2 of these guys, Crusader and Sergeant. Is there anything different about these champions whatsoever? Maybe a couple different HP or whatever, defense stats. But otherwise, they're exactly the same.
And you cannot compare.
Lady Atessa, give her, 2 or 3 allies joining in the attack on a 4-turn cooldown. We already have Fokker in the Fat. Give us, another good ally attack option in the epic category. I don't see why they didn't buffer in that way, but, who knows? That's why I'm not a game designer. Here we go on the next one, guys. We have, okay, so I really like Sakara. I did a video on her in AoE ×3. Then we have a big, strong AoE with Weaken. Now that is a nuker. She can deal some serious damage. All right, here we go. We get Rain Beast. It's been a while, Rain Beast. Not too excited about Rain Beast, guys, after, they fixed him, 3 years ago? He used to be like an early, back when I started playing this game, some of you guys might remember, I love Basilisk A1, big damage here. Back when I started playing, back in my day, guys, he was like the most wanted, and here we go, it is Helicath looks mean, he looks nasty, he looks demonic, and he has no feet. He has no feet. Damn
it, focus! I'm sorry. Okay, let's just try it again.
Well, Helicath, congratulations on getting empowered. And that's exactly why the 10 times chance does not work. One of the better fusions that we've had, of all time, I want to say, in the game. He's certainly in the conversation. It's cool to pull a dupe of Helicath, an AoE with a shield on the A2. We have a block damage and an increased defense when the block damage expires on the A3 on a 4-turn cooldown. Just a really good champion overall. I do find myself using him in a few areas. As a matter of fact, he's on that same team that we talked about with Venom Age earlier. Old Gruckus, an AoE decrease attack and heal reduction on the A3, and then decrease speed on a single target and turn meter on the A2. 3-time hitter with leech on the A1. Meh, old Gruckus. All right, so cool to get Helicath. He was not Rhodos, but we'll take him. All right, next up is going to be, I think Nemko might be the one after this. We have Doom Priest, fantastic champion, still. She's one of those legacy champion. Nemko! We'll pretend that we didn't know he was coming. What? I'm gonna open a few more, by the way, so stay tuned.
Witness my tragic moment.
AoE decrease attack on the A1. An AoE decrease speed in leech on the A2. I love this ability. 3-turn cooldown. And then he has increased speed on all allies and a turn meter fill of 30%, and then an extra turn, which is insane. That extra turn, we talked about this before. Greatest champion extra turn, that sentence added to this ability makes this kit so much more compelling. We can get to the A2 even faster, keep decreased speed and leech up almost all the time, and get back to increased speed and more turn meter fill even faster as well because of the reduction of cooldown vis-a-vis the extra turn, right? So really love this champion. Fills champion's turn meter by 5% each time a debuff on an enemy is removed, transferred, or expires. Incredible reviews, and I tend to agree with the reviews in this situation, man. He is a beast of a champion. All right, so now I have, a 6% chance of pulling a legendary here. That's not very compelling. And I'm obviously nowhere near my mercy. So this is literally the worst time to pull shards. Just trying to give you guys a few more minutes of entertainment. Don't do what I do. Flesh Terror actually, In theory, I like this dude. I mentioned him before on the channel, but he has increased duration of all ally buffs. Then he has increased duration of all enemy debuffs and decrease of duration of all enemy buffs. So he does all of the 3 decrease, increase things in one kit. No other champion in the game has all of those abilities in one kit. So kind of cool there, but he's slow, and, you know, the rest of his kit outside of that is all right, you know. Sinesha, we get her. Okay, hey! A bonus legendary Mountain King, welcome to the team! That's what we were looking for, a little bit more entertainment to end the video. This guy has a beard, he's got the yellow armor, he's got the helmet. We don't know what he looks like. What do you think he looks like under that helmet, guys? I have no idea. Has a hard-hitting A1 based on HP and attack, on the A2 ignoring 50% of the target's defense, and on the A3 ignoring shield and block damage. Mountain King, welcome to the team. All right, guys, let's see. What do we got? What else do we have here? We have a Siffy. I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys 10 bonus voids, and we're gonna call it a video. See if we get lucky and pull a Siffy. Crazier things have happened. Broadmaw. Get a little bit of pot luck going on today. All right, I'm not seeing any Siffy the Lost Bride, that's for sure. Any of you guys lucky enough to unlock her, let me know in the comments below, guys. We're gonna cap it there before I get out of control in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, $300 towards the Ark, that was pretty cool. Thanks, and as always, take care, guys.